They call it crossing the line. They do it in the Navy when a ship crosses the equator. There's some tradition that's supposed to make men out of us. Make us more loyal. You see, guys that already crossed the equator, they're called shellbacks. But us guys who never crossed the equator, we were slimy pollywogs. During training, some of the guys started talking about it. They said some pollywogs got beat up so bad they landed in the hospital. And some even drowned. It became shark shit. I didn't sign up to die. All I wanted to do was keep up my mortgage payments. What does this have to do with proudly serving America? But how was I supposed to back out once I was already on board? Jump off? You're shark shit either way. They locked us in coffins with salt water. I felt like I couldn't breathe. I never did learn to swim that good in a few weeks of training. And they made us strip naked and do the elephant walk. That meant we had to parade around in a long line, grabbing onto the private parts of the wog in front while the wog behind did the same thing. Everybody was watching and laughing. Hundreds of people. And girls, too. Then they made us drop down to our hands and knees for the butt bite. So we crawled around on the deck in a long line. I had to put my nose in the asshole of the guy in front, while the guy behind did the same thing to me. And you gotta bite and get bitten hard enough to draw blood. Then they tested our ability to stand pain. And they beat us with red rubber hoses hard. And some shellbacks poured something on wogs' butts first so it burned their skin when they got hit. And the shellbacks got really out of control. And then they started shoving mop handles up inside us. Back and forth, in and out, over and over and over and over. 4 or 5 guys held me down so I couldn't get away. I asked them to stop, but they just laughed and did it more and more and more. It hurt worse than getting beat with the hose. I begged them, please no more, please no more. But the more I yelled, the more they laughed, and the more they kept going. Some officers did it to us too. There was no one there to help me. No one. I hollered for them to stop, but they didn't listen. I started to cry. Couldn't help it. And they called me a pussy, a wog who wasn't man enough to take it. And then I felt the first guy shoving his dick into my ass. While the other guys held me down. It hurt worse than getting the mop handle. I tried to get away, but they just kept holding me down. After the first guy was done, another guy took his place, then another. I looked around and saw the same thing happening to other wogs. I threw up and I think I passed out, right face down in the pile of puke. Next day, my face was crusty with dry chunks of puked up garbage stuck to it. And I was so sore I could hardly walk.